Good morning, my dear followers. Today we are going to make sourdough bread. We have made the dough a day before yesterday. It had doubled in size, as you can see. And today we are going to bake it and taste it together. Let's get started. I made this yeast last year and I always use 3 to 4 tablespoons from this. Then I add more flour and I grow it and keep it in the refrigerator. I'm adding 1 cup of water, room temperature water, and adding my yeast to that, about 3 to 4 tablespoons. I never measure anything. I always do it by sensing it, how much I need. So this is about 3 tablespoons. I'm going to mix this gently and add some flour. This is the yeast. I have a little bit left on the bottom. And I'm going to feed it and grow it. I have about 2 tablespoons left on the bottom of the jar. I want to show you how much left. So this is 1 tablespoon and I'm just guesstimating it's another tablespoon on the bottom. I'm going to add more flour and water to this and grow it. I usually don't measure, but today I'm going to use a spoon to show you how much water I'm adding and how much flour I'm adding. So this will be 2 tablespoons of water, room temperature water. Preferably if you have a filtered water, that would be better. I'm also adding flour. This is about 1.5 tablespoons, and I will add that much more. Another 1.5, so that makes 3 tablespoons, and mix it. I got the desired sticky consistency. Now I'm going to set this aside at a room temperature and it will rise. Once it rises, I will put it in the refrigerator and save it for the next time. I'm going to put a rubber band just to show you how much it rises. Maybe I'll make another video for you just to show you how much it had risen. I'm mixing my starter dough. I added 1 cup of room temperature water, 3 full tablespoons of yeast, homemade yeast. Now I'm trying to dissolve the yeast in the water. It doesn't have to dissolve completely, but I'm trying to mix it. And I'm adding some flour to this so it will start growing. This will be my starter dough. I'm going to let this sit for a while. The longer it sits, the better it is. It will become a better starter. So the longer it sits, it's better. start this way in advance. This is my starter dough. I added 1 cup of water and a few tablespoons of my yeast that I made it a few months ago, and I keep on feeding it. See how good it is? See all these bubbles? This is my starter dough. I just added 1 cup of water, about 3 tablespoons of yeast, homemade yeast, and flour. And this has been resting ever since this morning. I think now it's time. I have a lot of bubbles. This looks very good. This looks very active and live. We are going to make the dough now. I'm going to add olives to this. Some rosemary, dried rosemary. If you want to add any seasoning, I think this is the time you can add it. I'm adding a cup of water and I'm going to add more flour to this and get a sticky dough. I'm trying to get a sticky dough. I'm always forgetting to add my salt. I need to add a little bit of salt. About half a tablespoon. I'm sorry, half a teaspoon. Half a teaspoon of salt. You can add 1 teaspoon, but I don't want mine to be too salty. I like it savory, but then I like to eat it with a sweet and savory spreads. I see a lot of bubbles, which is a good sign. I made my yeast last year about this time, and it's been live ever since last year, and I keep on feeding it. I usually take 3 tablespoons and add 3 tablespoons. That's my recipe. I don't do anything with measurements because I hate to measure it and it gets complicated. I just eyeball things. But I will give you my measurements with spoons, how many spoons and how many cups, so you'll have an idea. I will make this dough and I will put it in the refrigerator, and tomorrow morning I will cook it. Right now it's about 5 o'clock, and by tomorrow morning this will be a perfect dough for a bread. This is still sticky. It will still take some more flour. I think I will finish what I have in my container. Actually, I'm going to use a potato masher. Okay, I think this is a good consistency. I'm going to let this rest for a while, for about half an hour. After half an hour, I will turn it again. The reason we are folding it a few times because we want to build that gluten. Gluten gets more strengthened as we fold it. This will take a little more flour. I will add a little more. I think that's enough. It smells so good. I love the smell of the yeast. This is getting harder. Okay, my dough is sticky. This is the consistency we want to get. So we are not going to have a very dense dough. It's going to be a sticky dough just like this one. So I'll let this rest for half an hour. After half an hour I will fold it again and I'll show you how it's done. This is the dough. It has to be a sticky consistency, just like this. This has been more than half an hour. I'm going to fold it. I have wet my hands, it's wet. I applied more water onto my hands so it won't stick. I'm trying to bring the ends into the center. As you can see, it is a very sticky dough. Okay, this is my first fold. I'm going to wash my hands, put the cellophane back, and wait for another half an hour. So every half hour I will come back and turn it. After half an hour I will turn it one more time and fold it. Okay, this is my second fold. My hands are wet again. It's a beautiful dough and it smells awesome. This is my third fold and I'm doing it with wet hands again. Okay, so this is my third time. There it is, my third fold. This will go into the refrigerator and I will continue tomorrow. See you tomorrow. My dough has doubled in size. Look at these bubbles. Oh my god. Okay, I'm going to apply some flour to my hands and transfer this into my countertop. Look at this, it's so pretty. Look at the bubbles. for about half an hour. I divided my dough into 2 equal parts, and we are going to make 2 breads. It's right here. I covered it with kitchen towel. It's going to rest for half an hour, then we will bake it. And my oven is turned on. It's on 500 degrees. We are going to preheat the oven and cook it in a 500 degree preheated oven. My dough was resting and my oven was warming up. Now I'm ready to design it and put it in the oven. I'm adding 1 tablespoon of semolina, no more than 1.5 tablespoon of semolina, and 1.5 tablespoon of flour. I'm mixing it. I'm going to put it through the sifter for even distribution. And I'm going to put it on top of my dough. Okay, this will be enough for the other one. Let's shape this first one, and then we'll shape the other one. So I want to put this in the oven first. Now I'm going to shape it. To shape the bread, we need a very sharp razor. Okay, this one I'm going to cover because we're going to cook this one next. So let's just shape this one first. With the sharp razor, I cut from the middle. I do this design quite often because this is the easiest. Okay, I cut it into 4. Then I turn it, and I'm drawing a leaf shape on each side of this. I find this shape is the easiest for me, but you can find any shape that you can cut, whatever is easier for you. You can repeat the same design over and over again, or you can come up with new designs, whatever works for you. I see people come up with beautiful designs. Whatever inspires you. As you can see in my oven, I'm warming up a pot. I'm transferring my bread into the oven. With this, to create a Dutch oven effect. So this is what we do. We it into the oven and cover it with the pot to create a Dutch oven. I'm also going to spray it with some water. Like you can see, I'm not using any fancy pots or anything. You can use any kind of pot that you have. Just turn it over, heat it up. It has to be an oven safe pot, and you can warm it up in the oven and turn it over and use it like a Dutch oven. And also, I was going to mention, you can also cook this open, bake it open. And if you're going to bake it open, you can spray water all around and put a pot or a small container of water right underneath that will create the steam. So all you have to do is just create steam. That way it will help the dough to rise up. As you can see, I'm using a stencil for this one, and I'm going to design around the stencil. So you can use your imagination and design it any way you like it, or whatever you find easier for you. I wish I can transfer the aroma through my camera to you. It smells delicious. Now I have two beautiful loaf of sourdough breads. If you enjoyed watching the video and if you find it helpful to make your next sourdough bread, please hit that like button and also share it with your friends. If you want to be notified of my future releases, also hit the bell button. I'd like to thank all my followers and subscribers for their support. It means the whole world to me. Thank you so much. As you can see, we have two beautiful breads here. This one is cooled down, this one is still hot. So I'm going to cut this one. First, I want you to see something. See, this has the hollow noise when we touch it. And see if you can hear this. It's a perfect bread. It's a perfect bread. See? I'm going to cut a slice so you can see it. I flavored this bread with rosemary and olives. So you see the black, and you can see the olives here. It's olives and rosemary. I hope this video will inspire you to make your own sourdough bread. Thank you so much for joining me at Margaret LALIK'S kitchen. Have a wonderful day, wonderful week, and wonderful life. Bye bye. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe.